okay, in the United States, probably across most of the West, but especially in the United States, is that I don't think, for the most part, there aren't really that many more like blatant racist or sexist, right? It's actually really, really rare to find somebody say that like black people are lesser than white people or women are right. You don't usually see it manifest that way anymore, you know?
Right.
But the way that it manifests are in these ways that are, it's so much harder to talk about it because it doesn't feel like you can say anything about it. Because like the best example that I can think of this is, remember when the black dude was at the party and all the white people were giving him compliments like, wow, you're so athletic and things like that. Like, how do you say like that's racist? Like that's, because you can't really tell them not to say it, but it's like, it is kind of racist, you know? It's like really fucking weird and awkward, right? Much the same way, like as a woman, you'll hear this a lot, right? Like if you're a woman in engineering, right? I hear this from my girlfriend sometimes. Like if you're a woman in engineering, you know, they'll say things like, you're like, oh wow, woman in engineering, that's really hard. For a woman, you did a really great job, right? Like, what the fuck does that mean? You know, like it's like you're in this really weird world, but you can't call people out on being racist because they're not being like hardcore racist. I feel like that's a lot of what's experienced today, you know?
But I think that I think that one of the biggest problems is that the word racism, like I've said before, is terrible. And I think what's happening is, how can I put this? Have I told you like my theory about safe opinions? I mean, it's not really my theory at all. Obviously, many people feel the same way. But it's kind of like if I were to tweet right now, like Tupac is the best rapper. I feel like, you know, I wouldn't really be contested and no one's really going to like, they might say, no, he's not, but it's a safe opinion to have. And I think what's been going on is I could sit here and tell you right now something racist that happened to me at the store, right? But you, if you try to fact check or you try to ask questions, you look like a bigot because you may be trying to defend a racist and it's never worth it. It's not worth being wrong. So I think that's what we're experiencing. What you're saying, it feels uncomfortable and it's hard to explain because it's like I don't want to be wrong. I really feel like I'm not wrong, but I don't want to be wrong.
And there's also this time where you're kind of like you're skirting the line between being. It's impossible to dance. Like I feel bad for white people, like me included, right? When you have to skirt this line of like, okay, I understand that you are. Like in a position where you need some additional help because of other factors, but I also simultaneously can't acknowledge any of this, otherwise it makes me a bad person. You know, like it's like a really weird, like, you know, like black people in the United States are predisposed to a lot of things because of socioeconomic status, right? You know, predisposed to crime, to worse access to education, right? There's a lot of fucked up shit that happens because of historically horrible things that have happened to black people in the United States. But like acknowledging that while also treating them as equals is like, it's like a really weird line to walk, you know? Like how do you do it in a way that's not offensive, but is also respectful, but isn't, you know, like overly, you know, like I'm sucking up to you and now it seems like I'm like, like a white apologist. Like, yeah, it's a really weird line to walk, you know?
No, yeah, I do. I just like, maybe I'm biased, obviously, because I'm really thirsty and anyone that is a male that is overweight, I find them sexually attractive. And I know that I'm just going to, you know, gear my arguments towards helping them. But in this case, it's like, I want to believe that John's coming from somewhere more emotional and more serious. Like, I think that he's trying to equate problems in America, like contrasting it with where his family lived or where his family has gone. And I'm not smart enough to articulate why that logic it doesn't work, but I know that it doesn't. Like comparing, you know, the struggles of Africa to what we have in America, you know what I mean? I don't know what it's called. I just know that's not valid, right? It can't be.
So I think like something that's going on as of recently that's really hard for white people to deal with, and this gets into like really complicated like social theory and social dynamics, and people wrote papers and papers on this, but I read one of these and I thought it was really interesting. For the longest time, if you're a white straight male, you're kind of the default for everything, right? Even Japanese people draw their people as fucking white, right? If you're playing a video game, the lead character is more often than not a white straight male. If you're watching a movie, all the protagonists are white straight men. This is kind of like the default, right? Oftentimes, This is why you'll hear white people all the time say things like, what's wrong with diversity? Or like, why do you care so much if you're black, if there's a white main character? Just pretend that he's whatever. Like, I could do it, right? They say that shit all the time, right? Well, I think what you're starting to see is, for the first time, at least in Western culture, you're starting to get a lot more voicings of minority figures in popular media, pop culture, video games, movies, music, and all of this. And I think that as a white person, I think you can feel like trivialized or really uncomfortable. Like, if you hold the position of power in every aspect of life and other people are coming up to your level, you're given the impression that you're actually sinking to theirs, as bad as that sounds. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Do you play Overwatch?
Oh yeah, I love
really great example of this in Overwatch. Oh my fucking god! Do you remember the comic they released where Tracer was gay?
Yeah.
That was the biggest non-thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it was the most innocent. Like, listen. Do you know the writer for Borderlands? That one dude, Anthony Birch.
Yeah.
I hate that dude, okay? And his ideology of pushing minority characters, like forcing them into media, I don't like his approach to it because I think it is really abrasive. That being said, the way that they did it on the Blizzard crew, it was totally fine. Like, she ended up being gay. It wasn't like a massive, like, oh my god, she's gay and that's her whole character's gay. Like, it just happened to be a thing about it, right? But people still got fucking infuriated. Holy shit. Straight people were so fucking mad. Like, why does she have to be gay? Like, I don't know. Why the fuck does anybody have to be gay? Like, what does that even mean? Like, how do you even answer that question? Why do they have to be gay? I don't know. Why do you have to be straight? Like, I think that for the first time, probably in a long time, or maybe forever, like, a lot of white people have kind of had to rethink the narrative of the white male being the default for every character. And it happened with the Star Wars movie that came out, right? Why is it a female lead? Why does the only guy have to be black? This is some SJW cuck shit. Like, well, what's so wrong about a female lead and a black guy? Like, and the doubly frustrating part is that white people have been saying this to minorities forever. Like, who cares if it's white, a man all the time? Like, just pretend you're the person. It's not a big deal, right? But then as soon as it gets flipped, it's like, oh god, this is the worst thing ever, right? And I think that all of this ultimately culminates in arguments like Jontron's, where it's like, oh my god, white people are becoming the minority. Like, this is the worst thing ever. And it's like, well, fuck, you just spent like your whole life on Twitter arguing that being a minority in the United States was the best position ever. Like, why is it such a bad thing now? Like, what the fuck?
Wow. God. Oh, you're so good. Well, I guess I have a big. Well, first of all, before anything, do you believe in white privilege? How do you feel about the words white privilege?
I don't like talking about it because it turns a lot of people off to your conversation immediately. But I think that class privilege is probably the more prevalent thing. But I mean, it's intertwined with race so much in the United States that, yeah, of course, to some extent there is white privilege. Yeah, of course.
So I think what I'm not liking is the loudest voices for some of these things have the least amount of education. I think a lot of people that have a platform, myself included, I still say ignorant shit, and I'm trying to learn, which is why I'm here talking to you, because you're exponentially better than I am at this, and I'm just getting into it. But I think that the reason why so many people are turned off to white privilege, the reason why you go on Cringe Anarchy on Reddit and you see a feminist being an overweight pink-haired girl, the reason why these things are just so like there's a pattern is because I believe that some people are hijacking these movements to pursue social capital or victimization. Not all of them, of course. And I think that conversation is diluting these beautiful movements, because just like how you told me that, like, it's really hard. You don't see a white guy like, hey, you're black, and because of that, I'm going to kill you. Like, they don't have a monologue before they shoot. And it's rare to find that. But I think that these movements to their core, no one's really out there hating it. Like, no one's thinking about feminism and like, oh yeah, fuck women. Yeah. Like, maybe a few, but it's in the same boat of you saying like no one is really that crazy racist. Even though those things do exist, I think the reason why we have so much discord is because these social movements that normally had great goals and like standards are being hijacked by people who are now understanding that in the age of social media, you can make a living and garner as much attention and capital as you want if you fall prey to one of the very many offensive things in America right now.
And like that, not only is that true, like it's even more extreme than that. They're the reason why people get pushed into such extremist positions on the right. Like if you look in the gaming community, who are your big voices for feminism on the left? Anita Sarkeesian, Zoe Quinn, the Randy Harper chick, like these like extremist left-wing figures who are very extreme in everything they say, and it drives more people in this. Motherfucker, I make videos on fucking YouTube, and I'll say some shit like somebody took a quote out of me. What was it? This was like the most extreme quote I've ever seen, and it got so many thumbs up too. I said something along the lines of like, I think that it sucks that women get a disproportionate amount of hate in online gaming. Like it's really annoying in games. Like somebody quoted that, and it's like, I've lost so much respect for you, Destiny. It was like the most harmless statement I've ever made in my life. I was like, are you serious? Like right now, like this is the thing that I said that set you off. Like
that was the Destiny thing.
Yeah, like there's like this insane fucking But yeah, I mean, these people on the left get like ultra hell bent on like every single thing has to be ultra police, and you see it happening like in college universities and shit, where like if you're a right leaning speaker, you're not even allowed onto the fucking campus to talk, and it's like you got to chill the fuck out with that. Like you can't label and kind of what you said earlier about how racist has like a lot of definitions, right? People try to do it with the word rape too. You know, you see that happen where like a guy touches a girl inappropriately, like that he fucking raped her pretty much. Yeah,
that is like I mean, obviously you know that I was raped at 15, so it's like when I hear people like, oh man,
yeah, no,
I don't know.
And you can't have a conversation right now. It's like, oh well, hold on, because then it's like, well, what do you do? Like he raped her. It's like, well, hold on, he didn't actually rape her. Like it was a sexual assault. Wait, are you defending a rapist? It's like,
exactly.
Well, shit.
Boom,
oh shit.
perfect.
No, like no, that's not what I meant.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's it. Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with the racial shit too, right? Like, I think that black people are disproportionately represented in prisons. It's not just because of the penal system; it's also because they commit more crime. And then some guys like, damn, that's really racist. Like, well, no, it's not racist. I mean, it's a true fact. It's like, are you defending a racist? And I was like, oh, well, fuck, no, I'm not racist. Like, yeah. I watched your video. That was a pretty good point. Anytime you like try to clarify somebody's statement, it's like once they've been like branded, it's like you have like the little chemical dropper in the vial. Like when one drop goes in, it's all fucking toxic, and you can't touch anything without like acquiring the same racist. Yeah,
because it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to chastise someone and burn them on a cross for being something that we all mutually agree is awful. And there's so many definitions of the word racism, so many prerequisites, and all you have to do is meet one. And if you meet one, and I think then that's it. And what people aren't talking about, the reason why I don't like hearing about white privilege, and this might even offend some people too, is that there's black privilege, there's Asian privilege, there's a lot of privilege. I'm not saying that it's the same, and I'm not saying we have better privilege, but I guess what infuriates me is I am sick of being told that I have to feel like an underdog. I'm very tired of people telling me how to feel. I'm very tired of people telling me that because I'm gay and black, like suddenly I'm at a disadvantage. No, I'm not.
So
go on.
Yeah, that same thing that you just said is the same thing that white people feel when they're told that they're oppressors of black people. Like, how many people in rural Indiana have ever even seen a real life black person before? You know? Yeah. Like the problem that you're talking about is people there. You have the macro and the micro, right? You can analyze things as classes, right? As a class, white people tend to have it better in the United States than black people. That's just a fact. As a class, though, but when you talk about that statement, people don't perceive things as classes, right? You are Sky Williams. You are not all black people in the United States, right? Or individuals are individuals. So when you get up on a stage and talk about white privilege, and you're talking to an audience full of poor, rural white people, they're going to look at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, every time I see black people, they're getting famous on the news, they're famous in the media, they've got all the fucking music and the hip-hop, and they're all in the fucking movies these days. Black people have it great, and we're fucked out here, manufacturing in West Virginia and Ohio are all fucked. Like, you're going to tell me that black people have it hard in the United States when they're getting affirmative, right? Because I think that people do this thing where they try to saddle, like, an entire class's worth of problems onto individual people, and they don't experience things that way,
Mm-hmm. No, completely. And I think that it's just, I also, grew up in California. My mom was amazing. She's literally the most perfect woman. She never made me feel different or bad about anything I've ever done. All of my choices, she's been pretty much there, except when I didn't want to be a medical malpractice lawyer. And I went to comedy and said, then she screamed and got lots of belts, and it was awful. But other than that, like, I never felt disadvantaged. And so when someone tells me like there's a lot of abuse going on the other side of the country where gay people can't be gay openly or else they get abused, and black people experience racism over there, it's like, yes, I think that's awful, and I would not mind like giving light to those things, but I'm not going to sit here and say that my things are a disadvantage. And I guess that it just I never want a win I ever do. If I win or I fail, it is my fault. It's what I do. It's the work that I've put in. So I want my successes to be linear with how hard I work, who I am, how much I learn, rather than, oh, we're giving you extra points because we know how hard it is for your people. I fucking hate that so much.
But it's a really difficult, that line is so hard to walk. Right? Do you understand? Like, that's such a hard, because there are a lot of people in different groups that are disproportionately fucked in the United States that do need that hand up, right?
Yes.
So but it's like, where do you draw the line? That's like, it's such a hard.
I know exactly. The line, everything we're talking about, everything you were talking about, is all one giant line drawing fallacy, and we can't. Someone one day, some nigga about to come through with a clean highlighter and draw that line, but it's not going to be me.
I think it's more than that. I think that it's the line can't be drawn. I think because so many people experience something, like, it's a big fucking country, man. Like, fucking black people in DC's suburbs are gonna have a much different opinion of, like, what's going on, with black people in the United States than black people that live in fucking Seattle, right, or California. So yeah, this one size fits all thing just doesn't work when you're talking about these things, and I think people need to be cognizant of what they're talking about.
Yes.
And who they're talking to, instead of, like, that thing that you said earlier about the definitions, the people trying to relabel things. They're so irritating. I read a ton of SJW shit now, so I know all the definitions. But, like, when you get a white dude who gets onto Twitter and, maybe says some shit like, well, I'm proud of my white culture, blah, blah, blah. And then a bunch of black people are like, oh, fuck off, whitey, fuck off, cracker, like, white genocide. And it's like, damn, dude, like, this is kind of racist. Why are you guys being racist? And then a whole bunch of white people come and it's like, actually, white people cannot experience racism in the United States. Like, well, what do you mean? They're all racist. Well, actually, racism is power plus oppression is necessary. I was like, well, fuck, I didn't know that. What the fuck?
When I hear that, I actually want to fight. Like, I get that. I don't even get triggered. Like, people make fun of me the day after I was raped. My school made fun of me. Like, I did not have it good. Okay, I'm telling you, like, and not even that triggers me. But that racist argument that you just gave me, like, I want to just, like, okay,
and it's like, people don't interpret things as classes. Like, if an individual is being fucking, racially savage, like, he's gonna interpret it as racism. You can't tell him that his feelings are fucking wrong there. That would be the same. Like, you can't do that,
Correct. And I know I agree completely. And what's very frustrating, I think, is that the youth has so much volume, and they are, again, the future. Listen to me sound like a fucking 80-year-old. They are the future. But the problem is, we have these sections. We've, like, segregated ourselves in cliques and sections, and this is going to be a terrible comparison, I bet, but much like joining a gang gives you a lot of protection, right? Youth join gangs because they feel a sense of family, a sense of camaraderie, like everyone has this common goal. I believe that many social movements, if not all of them, maybe, act in a way to protect these people that join them. Because, I mean, look at Black Lives Matter. One of the reasons why I love Black Lives Matter is because the receipts that Black Lives Matter has given, they're great. And at the core of the movement, it was never to say, from my understanding, Black Lives Matter was never, ever to just say, look, police kill us all the time. No, it was just people wouldn't believe us. And that's true. We would say that police are more brutal to African Americans in some ways, and people wouldn't believe us, and we gave them receipts. That's what the movement has been so great on. Sure. And I don't really believe, I'd like to not believe that there are people that listen to that message with the receipts and think, oh, yeah, no, fuck them. But I also think that a lot of people are using the Black Lives Matter movement to platform their own social capital of things that may just not be racist. I got a lot of flack for questioning, do you know the story of that white dude that shot the little black kid in the store? Not in the store, but bumped into him and he killed him or something like that?
No, I don't.
Well, that happened. And to the best of my knowledge, of course, and I raised my hand and I was like, hey, do you think the white guy killed the black kid because he was racist or he was just a psycho? Like, they could be the both. It could be under the same umbrella. But are we sure that his motivation was, I hate black people, and then boom, dead.
Oh.
Or you know
Yeah,
what I
but as
mean?
soon as you start to question that, you can get hung up on like, are you concern trolling right now? Are you tone policing right now? Like, yeah, no, I know what you mean. I actually saw a thread. Shit like that happens all the time. I saw a thread go up where people were like, these are all of the crimes that Trump supporters have committed against immigrants in the United States, and it was like a list of like 30 crimes. Like, holy fuck! Like, I follow this news very closely. I didn't realize there were so many things. And I fucking hate Trump, and I fucking hate Trump supporters. But I clicked some of these links, and the first one was like a guy like murdered a wife and a child, and like in one picture on his Facebook, he had like a "Make America Great" hat on, but nothing about it was like there wasn't anything politically motivated about the attack. He didn't mention Trump. He didn't mention politics. And it was like they made that like a Trump attack on an immigrant. It's like, well, okay, this kind of sounds like you're trying really hard to make this fit a narrative, you know?
Yeah, no, I know, and the issue is that it's just safer to fit narratives. That's why people are writing them, because at the end of the day, like I said in my video, and like I say about a lot of other things, you can just disregard someone, and you can just be like, oh, you're racist, and then you just close your ears because you know that the world will take care of them. Writing narratives and being in safe spaces. What I don't like is safe spaces exist. When my best friend died, I didn't go to work for a week. I had to go to the hospital for like food. I didn't eat anything, and I sat in my room. I watched Shin-Chan, the whole series, and I closed all the windows and the doors and turned off the lights. And I was just in this area mentally where I was like, all right, I just don't want to move. Depression really was fucking me up. Those things exist. But now we're coming to a culture where safe spaces, I believe, people finally realized, wait, I can use a safe space to run away from actual legitimate, like, growth. And, oh my God, like, I can use a safe space to hide from, like, becoming not ignorant. Like, that's crazy. And that's why people are attacking it so much, in my opinion.
And it's even like, yeah, the problem is that like what you said, like originally safe spaces existed to give people an area where they could have like some recluse from the constant bombardment of everyday life about a certain topic. So like, for instance, if you're in a community that is predominantly very Christian, very anti-gay, you might have like a safe space where you can go in and talk about gay issues where you're not going to be judged. You know the person's not going to say anything bad about you. He's not going to try to fucking convert you, or about any number of issues, right? Depending on what the space is, meant for. This is a safe space. You can come in and talk about a topic free of judgment, right? That's a valuable thing. There's legitimate reasons to have those types of safe spaces, but people have turned that idea into a rejection of every thought that I don't agree with. And if you disagree with me, like, not only is your thinking bad and wrong, but you are also the hyperbole of everything that I am assigning to you. Like, what is that? You don't believe that, like, immigration should be free and unlimited in all of the United States? You are a literal racist who literally hates every race. You literally have, like, pillars of worship to fucking Hitler in your basement. Like, it's the worst possible thing. And then they take it even a step further, and it's like, since you believe these things, I must now go out of my way to destroy your fucking life. If you work for anybody, if you have any sponsors, if you've got a job, if you've got friends, family, I'm going to message every single person until your life is like a smoldering pile of ashes.
But then why? But okay, so then what do you think? I guess maybe I am biased. Maybe I'm being overprotective. But then what do you think the problem is with Jontron? Doesn't it just seem? To me, it just seems odd that this is a truth, that he believes these things. Is there a chance that he's not using the right definitions of a word, or he's not articulating him?
I think that when there's a lot of white people and you want to be with white people, I think that some people just like being with people that look similar to them, and that's kind of it. And you don't want.
But wouldn't that make him a white nationalist?
I mean, he was trying really hard not to say it. There was another point in our conversation where he said that he asked me, he was like, why do black adolescents commit so much crime? And I said, or I think I might have asked that, and he was like, well, I don't really want to get into it. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, we could talk about that. There are a lot of factors why, like, and I named like 3 or 4 things, right? Single parent households, disproportionate living in ghettos, socioeconomic, and he's like, well, it's not just that, and we both know that, but we're not going to get into that. I was like, ooh, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what else is there? Like, but he wouldn't go any further on it, right? So, yeah, I don't know, dude. One of the things
really hard. Yeah, go on.
Or I was gonna say, one of the things that I really liked about the Trump election is that you get all of these people are kind of coming out now. I don't like to say these people because it sounds really mean, but like I'm finding out that there are a lot of people that believe things in the United States that I didn't think as many people believed anymore.
What do you mean?
Just like that maybe black people are predisposed to being criminals. Maybe Mexicans are predisposed to being lazy. Maybe most of them are murderers and criminals. Like, fuck. Like,
okay, wait. I don't know I don't know where the fuck people think Mexicans are lazy. Are you kidding me?
He said that.
Like,
he said that. That's what I'm saying. He's like, they live off welfare. It's like, dude, have you ever drove down a street before and seen a fucking construction crew putting up a roof?
John said that?
Yes.
John didn't say. No.
He said it. He said Mexicans all living off welfare. It's like, dog, half these people don't even have social security numbers. What are you talking about, dog?
No.
Yep. It hurts, dude.
No, we're just gonna.
It's like,
we're gonna.
you have
we're
like
gonna
the
bring this
mythical.
past that.
There is like this mythical, legendary Mexican that lives in the United States who simultaneously is the laziest, fattest piece of shit who takes all the welfare money, but is also stealing every job from hardworking white Americans. Like at the same time. Like I don't know how they do it, but somehow they manage to do both of these simultaneously.
No,
like,
okay. Oh wow. Okay. Lord, that cut me. Well, because when I used to be a server, the cooks, I spoke a little bit of Spanish and they called me like gay bear and like yogi and all this shit. But like they would literally be working 3 jobs from like 6 to 6 to noon, and then noon they close the kitchen. And I'd ask them, I'd be like, hey, like, where are you going? And you go, oh, I got to do this other job. I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to sleep. Like, why?
Dude,
I don't know
this
where.
is
I don't know where that came.
everybody's restaurant experience, dog. Will say these things like fucking like how many restaurants you got? I worked at a McDonald's where fucking our staff was deported. 3 of them got fucking sent back because I don't even know how the investigation happened. But these motherfuckers, you could call them at any time of the day. They would show up to work. They were always stay till fucking close. Like they're the hardest fucking workers. Typically, they put on that fucking horrible Mexican music in the back and they just fucking do their shit for like 10 hours.
Claro que me duele, porque ya perdí tu amor. Okay, look, some of them songs slap. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Every song these 3 ladies in the back, every song on the radio was like, it was a tuba bass line, boop, boop, boop. It was like it was like the same fucking song, I swear to God. But they was like the hardest fucking workers, and everybody knows it, right? I have never met anybody that's worked with Mexicans like, oh, that Mexican dude? Oh my God, he's so fucking lazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, who would ever say this?
To me, that's like shit people never say. Like, dude, I
if
had
you've
this
been
Mexican
outside
cook
before, right?
So fucking, no.
My fucking roof got put on by fucking Mexicans. My fucking uncle could speak Spanish, and he pulled him up another job and got him for my fucking roof on my old house. Like, holy shit! Like,
my Spanish got a lot worse. But no, I mean, I think that going to the black section, my cousin and some of my best friends in my entire life have lived in that like resilient area, you know. And one of them explained it to me really well. He says, the most difficult thing about growing up in these places is that when you go home, there's no guarantee. You don't know if you'll have food. You don't know if mom made enough money for the week to get it. You don't know anything. And so when you're walking down the street, you'll see someone with a Game Boy. And he describes it like you see him with a Game Boy and he's no longer a person. He is an avenue to eat. He could be what is going to get you your next meal if you feel that desperate and it's easy enough. And that's why, you know, and when he told me this, he was breaking down because he was like, I didn't have a choice. There were some times where I didn't eat for like a week and all I could do was sell that kid's DS and see how much money he had on him. Because if he has that DS, he might be more privileged than I am and blah, 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 blah. And I'm hearing this and I'm in disbelief because obviously my life was very different, which is why I sympathize when other people tell me like, you know, being black in America is hard. And I'm sitting here thinking, well, I didn't have a difficult time. I'm not saying that you don't. And I want to empathize with you, but I'm also not going to pretend that I did for your narrative. I'm not going to, but sure. I will help you and I want to be there for you, but I'm not doing that. But there's too many people in this movement that say shit. Actually, I baited somebody on Twitter right now. This person quoted my tweet and said, "This is so embarrassing," when in all caps I said, look, Jontron sometimes says dumb bear stuff. He knows fish and honey and not politics. Obviously a joke, but this tweet I was trying to get, this person is so embarrassing. When you quote someone's idea and you say, imagine being this ignorant, or this is so embarrassing, or oh my God, a huge Uncle Tom, all of these just stock phrases that you've learned from someone smarter than you is the problem. Because you're giving people like this a voice. Like this bitch is like, the name is Your James or whatever their ad is. And then the little friend favorited it and said, when you're the biggest Uncle Tom. But neither of these people know what they're talking about. They just know that these are 2 things that you can say to shut someone off from discussion.
Sure.
And I don't know.
Jontron did a couple times too. They've got other expressions too. On the right, they use like virtue signaling as like a really easy way to shut somebody down. You're like, dude, like I don't know. I don't think it's right that certain minority groups are. Stop virtue signaling, dude. It's like, okay.
Okay, but to be fair though, right? To be fair though, I do be seeing, you know, I do be seeing some people put up a nice tweet when they got that young sneak period before the at. And I look at that and like, that's the thing that used to bother me about you, but what you've been doing recently is you put a sentence before the at, and I appreciate that. You put effort into your tweets, but some people just put that period, and you know
sure,
exactly.
you do it to increase fan engagement or
yeah.
I'll be totally fucking blatant about that. Yeah, I'm always doing it to get fucking engagement. I mean, that's what
yeah. No.
Sure.
But I'm saying that in this case, there are some people that don't even do it for fan engagement. They're using their fans as a way to virtue signal, and that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, sure. I mean, no, there are times where it definitely happens. Much the same way that there are times when people are actually being racist. But I find that like sometimes it's a way to just shut down discussion. Like anytime I see somebody use virtue signaling as an argument, like I usually have to do a double take and read what else they've said because I wonder. It's the same thing when somebody, I don't know if you've experienced that. Anytime I hear somebody complaining about PC culture, more often than that, it's because they want to say some blatantly racist shit. Like, it does happen that sometimes people get crazy PC, but when there's somebody complaining about PC culture all the fucking time, and this guy, like, subscribes to Poll and Breitbart and fucking The Donald, and, like, this is where they get all their news from, and they've got, like, some very fucking white nationalist ideas and everything, and it's like, okay, well, I don't think that, like, PC culture is wrong. I think that you, like, legitimately want to be racist as fuck, and you're just mad that people are calling you out on it, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, I know, and that's why, like, I guess... Here's what I'll say. Last year, near the end of the year, when Trump was, when the election was going on, and everybody was, I was making all these memes so offensive, but I was saying all this shit, and I was saying, fuck Trump, Trump is racist, we're all going to be slaves or whatever. I was making jokes about it, but I genuinely believed some of the things that I was saying. And I turn around, Trump gets elected. I had no reason to believe that he was going to get, but he gets elected. And all at once I realized I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I didn't even know what I was saying, but I was addicted to the attention that it garnered me. And I was addicted to feeling a part of something where it was like, if I just pander to black people or I pander to people that hate Trump, there's a possibility that I'll learn it later, but I didn't. Sure. And that's why I stopped. And I think that's why I want to say for John is, in my opinion, I think that
yeah, I totally agree. I understand exactly what you're saying.
Okay.
Right. So, you pick up memes and then you kind of parrot them, even though you don't necessarily understand what's going on behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that John might be doing that.
The problem I have with that is that I don't. This is kind of shit because we're in a position where we have influence over people. I don't think that you can get away with that when you are in such an influential position. Like. I think that you do yourself a disservice and you do your fans a disservice when you spread information like that and you don't actually know what it is you're talking about, Like, because then you kind of play into the problem. Like, if people are parroting shit that I'm saying, at the very least, I know that what I'm talking about, I've researched the fuck out of it, and I believe very strongly through and through with what I'm saying. So at the very least, you're going to parrot my shit. Like, at least it's coming from a position where I'm usually quoting experts or whatever or other research in the field. But, like, some people that will just, like, pass along, like, memes and shit without ever researching it, it's like, holy fuck, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, you can't spread around claims like this. Like, it's incredibly fucking damaging, right? How many people in the United States right now think that 3 to 5 million illegal immigrants fucking voted in the U.S. election? There are people that defend this assertion of the death. There's not a shred of evidence for it, dude. But Trump himself is spreading this shit on Twitter. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you can't just tell lies like this and then say you were just memeing afterwards. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, you have a responsibility,
Right, and that's why I feel like, that's why I'm here. Obviously we had our beef in the past, but I realized that I'm the most terrified I've ever been is turning around and realizing that all of these people that I was pandering to and all of these facets were just nothing. And I was ignorant and I was scared. I had no idea what was going on. And that's why I'm here talking, because I concede a lot of people are more intelligent than I am, and maybe they always will be. But what I'm going to do is make sure that from now on, if another president gets elected, like, I know for a fact, like, okay, this is why this person's getting elected. I'm looking at these facets of media and so on and so forth. Sure. But black people can't win doing that, because I don't. Trust me, I don't. I get called Coon and Uncle Tom almost every single day. If I ever speak out and say, like, hey, this could be racist, but what if it's not? And it's a terrible look where it's like people are calling you a waste of black skin. It's like the white people don't really want me either. I'm just sitting here like, damn, like, I'm really a villain because I'm thinking. And I think that it's so much scarier to look at all white people, to me, and look at individually who is and isn't evil and why, like, who is odious and who isn't. And it's way easier to be like, yeah, they're all racist. And then you can hide behind the, you can't be racist to white people, which is true and not true. I don't know if you agree with that, but
yeah, well, I mean, obviously, black people are generally never in a position to oppress them via power structures, but I mean, you can still say mean and hurtful things that are based on a person's race. Yeah, it depends on what your flavor of racist is at the time. Yeah.
Yep. And that's that's what I obviously you saw it in my video as well, is that you
that's a big SJW community. Are you familiar with like Shit Reddit Says?
Yes.
Yeah, like that community, I read that a lot, and you see a lot. Like I'm familiar with all of those definitions. So
yeah, I got actually my third video, I got bodied on that Reddit. I had no idea. My third video ever, I got bodied. I said rape in one of my videos, and I had no idea it was that callous.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I find out I'm on Reddit, and I'm looking at all these terrible like.
Oh shit, dude.
And I'm getting an anxiety attack. I'm like, man, I didn't know. Like, I had no idea. This is coming from someone who made a national Smash tournament in 2009, I believe, called R3, Revival Redemption Rape. That was my tournament name. Mm-hmm. National tournament. And people went, and no one cared.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not saying that's, I'm coming from a place where I'm wondering if the behavior that we're seeing now, is this normal, or was it normal back then? Is social media, is this blowout the reason why we're seeing all of these true colors? Is John truly odious? Or like,
I think a big thing that plays into it is the internet has been like a blessing and a curse in some ways. Based on, in the past, like, you had to get along with the people that went to your school, with the people that you grew up with the people in your community, because it's kind of all you had. Like, there was a forced diversity there of thought that you had to entertain. I think that one of the things that sucks about the internet today is that no matter what fucked up belief you have, you can find a group of people that agree with you, and you can go and only talk to them. Like, I think that circle jerking is one of the most damaging forms. Like, one of the easiest ways to, like, grow cancer in your brain is to find a community and only circle jerk with them. Like, it is the biggest poison that you can ever, like, give to your mind. Like, it's so fucking bad.
I just want to be like, I want to be better. God, this is going to sound so place, whatever, but I want to be better for my audience, but I also don't want to I don't want to not be me at the same time. And it's been difficult to listen to these opinions and kind of understand where people are coming from. And so like, when I hear Jontron say these things, the only reason why I want to not believe it, or I want to like flesh out his points, is because last year I would have said some ignorant shit too. And I'm not saying what John's saying. I'm not claiming one way or another. I'm wiping my hands clean of that till I fully know.
Sure.
But I feel in my soul that, maybe you can articulate this better. What is it like? What if you're wrong about something?
What does he actually?
No. Like if you're wrong about something, right? And in your heart, you know you're wrong. But now the whole angry mob is calling for your head, and maybe you would rather continue to be wrong than like swallow your pride and apologize. Like, do you think that might be coming into play at all? For Jontron?
I don't know. Like, one of the problems that I have with is kind of related to this is like, it seems like gamer bros. Are you familiar with like Thorin and Richard Lewis?
Yeah, Richard Lewis is like my favorite thing, and Thorin hates the shit out of me. So, yeah.
Me and Thorin beef a lot too. And I pretty much hate every single thing Richard Lewis says, but I love him to death. We just hung on a
Oh god, I love him so much.
He's the funniest fuck dude. But I hate him to death on every political opinion he has, right? But
he's so cute. Go on.
Yeah, sure. And he's getting to bear status for you too. He's a pretty big boy.
I know.
No, okay.
We'll talk about that later. Okay.
So the thing you get with a lot of the gamer community guys is like all of their news and their entire worldview has been shaped by like Gamergate. You ever get that impression sometimes that like every political opinion that they have kind of came from like Gamergate, so they end up falling like very far to the right on every issue because every experience they have with the left is like, gamer people trying to tell them to, use less bad words or being more extreme sometimes, like all gaming violence and rape and all that has to be removed, like I get that impression sometimes that for Jontron, maybe he was moved over there a lot because of his experience with like the extreme SJWs in the gaming community, kind of like Thorin and Richard Lewis.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get that, but do you think that maybe, I think the biggest problem is people don't understand that there is not a finite amount of success. Happiness is not on a tap, you know what I mean? Like, it's just there for everyone to get. And you can, I'm not saying everybody will make it if you work hard, but one person boosting up in a social status and a class status does not mean a spot's taken away from you.
So not only is this true in a philosophical level, like this is an economic fact that a lot of people don't understand. Like economics is not a zero-sum game. Everything can grow. Like when I hear people say, so you want immigrants coming here and taking away jobs? I'm like, well, no, like immigrants can come here and grow the supply of labor, and other people can find other jobs that are created as a result of that. Like everybody can grow and be happy. You don't have, it goes back to the beginning thing, right? Like white people see other people coming up to their level and think that that means that they're going down to theirs. No, everybody can come up. Like we've been doing this over the entire world for the past 20, 30 years. Like it's been happening everywhere, you know?
Right. No, I know. And I'm just that, and that's what I'm realizing. I mean, I'm just such a jealous, petty person. So if I see like, a YouTuber shoot up in numbers, like, a while ago, it used to really get at me. But then I realized like, Sky, you haven't been the best. Don't be acting like that's like me on like, yeah, I'm gonna lose weight and eating fucking Twinkies. Like, nigga, you can do better. And until I really give that my all, I'm sticking by the idea that there's room for me no matter what. I just got to work. And I think a lot of people, but that's the problem, right? Is if you want to go back to a gamer perspective, that if there's room for everyone to be good actually isn't true in two facets. If you want to go competitive, there's only one winner. That's it. It's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's room for everybody to compete. But nigga, someone's taking home 10 grand and the other's taking home 800.
Well, but that's not even necessarily true, right? Imagine, dude, like, and I always say this to the gamer bros all the time. Like, why are you so fucking hostile towards women? How amazing would it be if 50% of the community were women? If you doubled your fucking audience size, that would mean double the prize pool, double the sponsors. Like, maybe there would be one person taking home 10,000, but maybe there'd be another tournament that had another $10,000 price because there'd be so many more eyes. Like, don't you want to jump into game after game after game and have half the people being there fucking women? Like, that'd be sick as fuck. Like, why not? Like, play games with girls.
To be fair, the women that I have been playing with in Overwatch have been insane. I don't know if there was a vagina meeting somewhere and they all said, look, we're going to play Pharah, Diva, Reinhardt, and we're going to be the best ones. Every single woman that I've played with has the best Pharah I've ever seen. There's a girl named Imog, out of control. Leah, Donkey's girlfriend, she needs to be arrested. She's so good. And last night, this Diva randomly gets like, and I'm just like, damn, like, I don't think that women are just inherently bad, but I'm not used to seeing women in my games. I'm not used to seeing people not feed as well. So yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it would be tight, but at the same time, it's still a foreign concept for me. My family is Guyanese. I can't call women in our family a pronoun. If I say grandma went to the store and then the minute I say she, I'm gonna get my ass whooped. And they're gonna be like, bye, who is she, the cat's mother? Which is, who is she, the cat's mother? And I'm like, no, mom, grandma's not the cat's mother, but I'm already taking licks. So for me, women are queens in Guyana, or at least that's how I was raised. And I still can't call them pronouns. So I don't really understand why a lot of these other, I mean, they were raised different. I was raised different. And that's why, like, if I call a woman a bitch, a lot of people say that's misogynist. I was like, no, I mean, to me, being a bitch has nothing to do with gender. It's like, if I bought pizza for you and we both had 4 slices and there was a 5th one and the last one and you took it, you're a bitch. That's it. Like, that's a bitch move.
I'm just curious. This is like do you feel the same way about the word faggot?
Yes, the exact same way. Is that bad?
I don't know. I had this really interesting thing.
I'm good at debating this word. Let's go.
Oh shit, dude! No, it's not a debate. I told you this was a discussion. Damn.
You're right. Okay, you're right.
So, you can find old videos of me, Richard Lewis, interviewing me in a town of Krefeld in Germany, about the word faggot and shit. Right? I used to be very big on that. Like, everybody should be able to say whatever they want, all words, blah 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 blah. And for the most part, I still agree. Like, in a perfect world, right? One thing that really bothered me one time, though, and it didn't reverse like my ideological stance on the word, but I try not to use it anymore. I very, very, very rarely say the word faggot. Is I was spending 3 months in Poland for I was at a gaming house for some bullshit, and I was talking to some guys, or I was telling a story, or they were telling a story or some shit, and one of the other guys said, like, was that dude a faggot? And he was talking specifically about a gay dude, and this is a guy that like watched my stream and liked my shit. And I noticed when he said it, I was like, holy fuck, this dude hates gay people. What the fuck? And I had this like really uncomfortable realization that like every time I say faggot on stream, are there like a bunch of people that watch my shit that genuinely hate gay people? And then when I say faggot, they're like, yeah, dude, like fucking faggot, little pussy. Like they get like these ideas that like gay people are like less than straight people, and that's kind of like a good insult as a result of that. Like that always made me like really uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, think about it like this. I mean, the same argument is with iDubbbz, right? He says the N word in some of his videos, and you know, you think, oh, there are people that are nodding their heads like, oh yeah, he's saying that, oh I like whatever. But in my opinion, those natural selection gonna cook these niggas up anyway, right?
I mean, I would have said that 2 years ago, but Trump is president.
Oh Lord, please, no yarn. Can't handle the yarn. The thing is that natural selection gonna get him. I'll tell you this: never in my damn life has anyone been homophobic to me online and then in person. I'm fortunate. I'm a big guy. But some of my friends that are smaller, they just say like it doesn't happen as much as people might think. For me, it's like, and again, this is just for myself. Unfortunately, I can't speak for the whole gay community. I know people really don't like it, but never in my life have I like actually met someone that I knew was racist or homophobic and they lasted long at all. The last person that I knew that was those things, the boy homeless. He has a kid. He gonna make bad decisions. He's not gonna learn. He's not gonna adjust. The world's gonna take him out. He's gonna be one of the casualties. He's gonna be homeless. Who cares? That's why I can see where you're coming from, and I definitely. It
seems like there's like that's part of what people in like the Jontron type of people are trying to stop, that kind of movement towards a more progressive, even world. You know, where like
in what way?
Like I don't know. It feels like there are people that. Do you ever get this impression that people kind of want to like freeze frame culture? Like let me give you an example, right? So I talked about something on stream. Okay, Muslim people kind of want women to cover a lot more of their body than Christian people, right? Do you agree with that? Like with the burqas and the headdresses and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Christian people want women to cover a lot more of their body than, you know, more secular people, right? Like Christians want like women wearing one pieces at the beach, not slutty two pieces, or skirts that go past their knees, or dresses that don't show their back or their cleavage, right? Like people want to like draw this line somewhere where it's like, okay, this is enough, like this is kind of like enough policing of people's thoughts, but we can't go any farther past than this, and I want to keep it like right here. But that line feels like I don't know, that line feels like really arbitrarily drawn sometimes, and it seems like we're headed in one direction, and people kind of want to stop the movement in that direction.
I also just think that people should not speak for others. What's so bad about speaking for yourself or someone that you know, right? Like if I hear the word faggot, people have been like, oh dude, like, are you okay? Yes, nigga, I'm okay. Like, what he ain't gonna call me a faggot to my face. I literally went up to people in real life that have been odious to me and rude, and they have actually been like, we're gonna be like, nigga, you want to fight? Because if you win, I'm into getting hit, so I'm gonna jack off about this later. And if I win, you got your ass beat by a faggot, so let's go. And I'll kiss him, I'll suck your dick. I say all these things because I'm using what they think is a weakness as a weapon, and they're not going to be ready for it. You know, you don't want to let these words and ideas dismantle you because life gets way harder, nigga. Wait till you have to pay taxes. Sure. Have you ever
so like to some extent I agree with what you're saying, and I think that I'm similar in a lot of ways as well, and that I mean I can deal with a lot of abuse, but I think to some extent you have to realize that we're pretty extreme outliers, right? Like the average, like fuck dude, you read your fucking Twitter feed, right? You read fucking Reddit threads about you read YouTube comments when you put out a video that gets a little bit more on the dislike meter, like that shit is hard to fucking read, dude. That's really hard to have some random dude that you've never met before like dissecting your entire fucking life and telling you why you're a miserable fucking failure. Like that shit is hard to go through, right? So I would say that like we're probably already, for whatever reason, like a little bit more on the sociopathic end of things, like able to deal with extreme criticism. I guess and also like in terms of like your environment, like it sounds like, and I'm not trying to make too many judgments, but it sounds like you have a family that loves you, you have a community of people that support you.
Ooh.
I guess like
okay, no? One of those is wrong, actually.
Your family hates you? Oh, it sounded like your mom.
My mom loves me. I love my mom to death. My family and I, though, like my stepfather, my brother, I love my sister. I don't have a good relationship with any of them because my uncle, let me show you how fucked up this is, right? Literally forged an acceptance letter to Stanford just to fuck with me.
Oh, jeez.
None of them believed in me. None of them said I was going to make it. I had to go to school, but no one really like actually did anything. And so when I came out, because in Guyana, you don't want to be gay. That's called antiman or batiman. And anti-man, antiman, is, you know, guys are supposed to protect the family. So if you gay, you can't do that shit. And remember, we're not allowed to call women, you know, pronouns. When I came out, it was explosive. I literally was just like, hey, faggots, I'm gay, and if you don't like it, you can honestly suck my dick. You too, bitch. I'm pointing at my aunt. Like, people that have been really ridiculing me. Hey, what's up, bitch? Bitch, you fucking idiot. I told my uncle his shoes ugly. You fucking big headed ass, smelly breath. Like, I roasted them, and
Sure.
that's just because I don't have a good relation. I've never had a good relationship with them.
Sure.
And then when I got like successful, they come out the woodwork.
Yeah.
So
but I
you're
mean, like,
wrong
imagine
about
like imagine if you're like the kind of person though that does value those relationships, or if you don't even have like a single parent that wants to protect you. Like, imagine like you come out and now your parents want to kick you out of the fucking house, right? And you can't. And your entire community is like, I feel like people like these might develop like a little bit of a different flavor. Like, if the only time they've ever heard the word faggot is when somebody was using it derogatorily at them because they were gay, I feel like it carries like a little bit of a different weight. I'm not telling. Keep in mind that in this whole discussion, I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't say. These are just kind of things that I think about that make me a little bit uncomfortable saying now. But
right.
Yeah.
No. I actually totally understand that. And so now I'm going to say what might be the most controversial opinion that I have. Please save me though, because this is a practice. You're going to help me. You have to. Okay. I can prove that I feel like a good 80% of people that are just alive are just natural victims, and there's safety in being a victim and being an underdog, and I'm gonna prove it to you right now. Okay. Okay. Sorry, this is my favorite example. Have you ever been in a sleepover, like when you were younger? It was like you, maybe 3 of your friends, and you at your friend's house, and you guys are making noise, right? You're making noise, and you hear the mom come downstairs because y'all loud. What's the first thing you do? You pretend that you sleep.
Yeah.
Why? Because that mom about to come down here and whoop some ass. But if the mama come down and flip on the lights and you look like you was sleeping, that's why I do it. And I go, oh, I was sleeping. What's going on? Now, your other friends can't snitch you out because you're a good-ass actor. But the idea is now the mom is looking at you and being like, oh, well, this person can't be, in trouble for the noise. He or she was clearly sleeping. And I think that no one taught us that. No one actually taught us how to avoid trouble in that way. But that's because we knew instinctively that if we were doing the opposite of what this person thought visibly, which is why virtue signaling is important, which is why these things are being done, because we understand the capital you get and the protection you receive for being a victim. And the issue with this is that we're not allowed, like if you hear a story, look at the Shane Dawson thing, right? Shane Dawson went to a party with Tommy Lauren in it and explained that he was getting removed because he was gay. But then Tommy Lauren came with the receipts and said, nah, he was just trying to make a publicity stunt. And then he deleted it and he was drunk and he's sorry and all these things are happening. But we don't ever get that many concrete receipts. That's rare, very rare. And you don't want to, if you hear about a boy getting beat up for being gay at school, you don't want to be like, oh yeah, prove it, you fag. No, you don't want to do that because it's never worth it. But it's worth thinking about. You don't have to say it. You just have to keep your eyes open. You can look at somebody's patterns, somebody's behavioral patterns, are they a pathological liar? What would they have to do? And then you can make your own judgments. Sure. I don't think it's ever good to call them out, but I always think no matter what, it's always good to be critical.
Yeah, of
be
course.
critical of every single thing that you hear about the word faggot. Like I got called faggot all, my whole life, which is why when it comes to everything that's happened to me, being oppressed or getting raped, I have receipts and I'm ready.
Oh,
so
sure.
I guess,
yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Some people some people definitely just kind of, this sounds like really bad to say. I guess I'll rip my career tonight too, right? You ever notice that like in some groups in college, this sounds really bad. I probably shouldn't even say this.
Let's go. Come on, I did it. You gotta do it now.
You ever meet this kind of like, this is so sexist. You ever meet this kind of girl and you just like start talking to her for like 2 minutes and you're like, this girl's got a rape story. You know that she's been through like every possible negative thing that a girl could have been through. Like you can tell like it's that kind of person. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like these kind of people, it's like, okay, what happened? It's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, yeah, of course, dude. I know, of course this happened to you. Like, like, yeah, I understand what you're saying when you're talking about things like that. Like, I've met people that are like the embodiment of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I think like, I definitely have had this conversation with people, and it's very hard because one person I know literally got touched like on his chest, and he said like I got raped. Then I was like, oh my god, like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you didn't suffer. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that your pain is worse than mine because it's relative. But if
You
we're
need
just
to
looking
pick a
at,
better
you know what I
word,
mean?
dog. Like, yeah, no, like that shit really, really, really fucking irritates me. Like,
No, I have to like, I just think it's yarn, and I just, yarn, you give it to a cat, cat thinks it's an enemy. So when I hear that, I'm like, oh, this is yarn. I'm gonna play with it, but realize this isn't real. So that's cool. That's okay, right? But
yeah,
I
and it
I
happens
get
a
what you're
lot,
saying.
dude. That rape thing too, like the stories with the like, I don't think people like this whole like like every time a guy is drunk, it's fucking rape. Like a girl wakes up and she's like, well, we both got fucking blasted last night, and I think we fucked. And like, oh god, I'm pretty sure he raped me. And it's like, dog, like, come on, dude. Like, let's be a little. Do you feel traumatized like right now? Like, are you serious? Like, you went out to drink, like you were getting along with him, you both went back to his room. Like, are you really, dude? Like, you're really gonna do this?
But
Like,
you know what? What's actually sad about that issue though, is that yes, I'm willing to bet that there are women that do that. But I think what's scarier is the magnitude of danger that spikes up that only women are going to really experience in America when they're just outside alone. And rape doesn't. I mean, obviously, it has a there's a lot of people that use it correctly and incorrectly. But I would say sexual assault. I never think a woman is lying to me when she says I've been sexually assaulted. I never go up to her and be like, well, was it rape? No, I don't.
I understand what you're saying, but like, oh man, dude. Sometimes did you see that shit with oh fuck, was it Jenna Hayes and the male who's that James who's the really popular male porn star that everybody likes?
Ooh. I mean,
he does straight porn, so maybe you haven't heard of him.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god, everybody knows who this is. Someone will start saying it in chat. Oh, it was Stoya and James Dean. Did you ever see any of this?
I've seen a little bit.
Stoya just hops on Twitter one night and is like, James Dean violently raped me like a year or two ago or whatever. And I was like, damn, dude, you can't just get on Twitter and start saying some shit like that. Like, that's like fucking life-ending shit, Or the one chick with Kobe, right? You remember that shit?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like fuck, dude. Like, and I understand that for 99.99% of men, like you're not of that level of popularity that like maybe that'll fuck you. But for some people, like that does happen. Like that's some scary fucking shit. When it happens with popular people, it's like you can't just get on Twitter and be like, "This dude raped me," and then like fucking leave it hanging in the air. Like, damn, dude, holy shit, like that's some serious shit,
Yeah, and that's why I was saying to you and hopefully your audience. I have no idea if your audience is even enjoying this talk, but if they are, and you guys are listening, the guys and everybody else, I would implore you to always consistently be critical, but you don't have to show it. If someone comes to you and says, this happened to me, you just listen, be an ear, be that person. Don't doubt them. Be the friend that they want you to be, but be critical. Think about it on your own time. Come to put it together. Give yourself a little backlog of receipts so that if something happens again, wait a minute, last time the story was like this, but this time you said this seems a little weird. I think it's important that we all are just more silently critical for now. That's my biggest piece of advice.
In reality, all that happens is people just find stories that they agree with, and then they spread the fuck out of those, and they don't actually care about anything. But
the last thing I want to bring up is also offensive, but both of our careers are done, so
I'm fine. My career is made on saying edgy shit, so I'm okay.
I want to know your stance on being an underdog in America. And what I mean by that is what game do you play Overwatch, right?
I played a little bit of everything. I was good at StarCraft, but
yeah, no, I can't. I only play custom maps. I'm an awful person.
I play League of Legends, dude. What the fuck?
Die. Oh, you play League? Perfect. Okay, perfect, great. So pretend that you're playing on a team of 5, right? And you guys want to get to a super high elo, and you main jungle. But instead of playing jungle, you play mid or you play top or support or whatever it is, and then you lose 3 games and win 1. Now the 3 games that you lost, you can be like, oh, okay, well, whatever. I wasn't my main role, so who cares? Like, that this is me not being serious. And then if you win, there's so much more of an explosive celebration because you're like, wow, this isn't even my main role and I won. But if you go jungle and you lose, there's an actual defeat because you put your heart into it and you lost. And if you win, well, that's expected because that's what you're good at. I believe in America there's a parallel here where you have people that will take traits about themselves and make it and sometimes make it seem like they are so severely disadvantaged that when things happen to them, they always have a finger to point, be it white people, be it heterosexuals, be it whatever they want to point at, and even for some women, men, whatever they want to point at, because it's way easier to accept L's if they're lowercase, and way better to take a W when you capitalize it and bold it and underline it. And I think this is something that people need to fucking attack.
I think there's actually a formal definition for what you're talking about. I want to say, someone in Shadow called me. I want to say this is called like primary attribution bias, but like the easy summary of this is, I don't know if this is exactly the same thing, but like you're very quick to take credit for your wins and make excuses for your losses, and you're also very quick to have rational explanations for everything you do, but then you attribute the worst to somebody else. So like, I guess like as an example, I don't know if this is directly or not, but like for example, let's say you're on welfare, okay? You worked hard your whole life, you fucked up a little bit, you're down on your luck, you know, you go, you get your fucking welfare check, but like you're working hard and you're getting out of it, and then, you know, you'll build it, and that's fine, dude. You're not a bad person or whatever, right? But you see someone else on welfare, who's like, this lazy ass motherfucking not working piece of shit, fucking leeching off the state, taking my fucking tax dollars, right? You're like, you never, or people do this all the time with speeding, dude. You're speeding down the fucking interstate, you're going 95, you're going fast as fuck, right? You're meeting a chick, or you're late to fucking work, you're like, dude, I'm safe, I'm doing this right. But
That's
then,
me.
When you're driving and some dude blares past you, you're like, the fuck is this crazy piece of shit? They're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Or like I've cut people off, right? And I'll be like, yeah, snooze you lose, bitch. Yeah. And then but then a motorcycle will be in the fucking middle in the traffic, and I'm like, oh, I want you to die.
Yeah, sure.
I am awful. I'm not a good person.
Yeah, or like you play against or you're playing Lee Sin Jungle, because that's who you play, and you do a sick fucking play. You war jump over the wall, you kill the dude, you get to him, you ult the other dude, you go to him, and you're like the sickest player ever, right? And then like you're playing AD carry, and then a Lee Sin jumps to you and fucking intersects the fucking, you're like, all right,
and he's
dude,
such a bitch, you fucking conceited asshole.
You casted all your fucking spells, man. We get it. You're a fucking god.
So fucking
good job. Your
not,
jungle item has a ward on it. You're so good,
dude.
You
really just got me. You really just actually bodied me. That is me. I'm horrible. I'm a Satan reincarnate. Oh my god. This has been an enlightening stream.
Yeah, people do that. People do that with very serious things as well. I bring this up a lot. There's a thing called the only abortion is my abortion, right? If a woman is getting an abortion, it's because she's a filthy slut. She couldn't fucking forget contraception. She shouldn't even be fucking if she's not ready to have a kid. Just a disgusting person. How do you want to go murder a child because of blah blah, right? Well, when fucking a senator knocks up his fucking mistress, well, she needs to have an abortion. We're not in a position to, like, this is a very special situation. Like, it's very unique. Like, I need to have an abortion now. It's not like everybody else's. It's mine, and it's very moral, and I have reasons for it. Like, you meet people that do this kind of shit all the fucking time, right? This person that does some shit that if anybody else did it, it would piss them the fuck off. But because they're doing it, they have a reason for it. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, like, I'm just upset with. I personally am so upset with slut shaming. Like, the reason why it bothers me a lot now is like, man, if I were a girl, I just feel like I get hot as I would just do whatever it took to get hot and then fuck everybody. Who cares? Like, why? I mean,
dude, I feel the same way, man. People.
That's a privilege.
That's why I got so mad about you at the booby stream and thing. Like, dude, if I was a fucking chick with a set of D's, man, dude, my cleavage, I would be wearing V-necks every fucking day, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I am thirsty. I am also desperate, and to most gays, I'm ugly. If I were a girl, though, right, and like, I see all these thirsty guys, and I'm into like bears, and I'm into bigger guys, which is pretty much everyone that goes to BlizzCon. And so now I'm thinking like I would just get fucked by every single person in that convention.
Sure.
And then what? Becky's gonna be like, "You're a slut." Yeah, bitch. Like,
I'm gonna start making moves, dude. I'm fucking up there.
I don't know why I'm so passionate about that.
Well, I think it's really important to be careful with what you're saying to bring it back to a little bit reasonable level, right? Something that you have to be careful, right? When people say things like it's easier for women or black guys or minorities in gaming, right? That's true. It's an objectively true statement, right? But you have to make it there first, right? And all the struggle to get to that point is what's so often missed, right? Like, for instance, like a black guy, getting big in a gaming community, like, that's great, and he probably got a lot of benefit being black, but like, all throughout their life, they had to deal with struggles that are unique to black people that a white person could never really empathize with, right? Like, as a white person, you're never told, like, what you can or cannot do. You never think, if I'm walking down the street and I see a cop, like, that's a dude that I can ask for directions, not a guy that's about to beat my ass because, you know, I'm driving a car that looks too nice or, you know, my pants are too baggy or some shit, you know? Like, the experiences that you deal with that lead you up to that point, I feel like people are really quick to write them off. You know what I mean?
But that's because but I think that's just the epitome of intersectionality, because they're not, these are just unprovable things. And the thing is, I have seen, right, police brutality. Like, I mean, I've not seen it like firsthand, but I've seen discrimination in some sorts. And that's why I never really like to question it, ever. Me personally, when a cop pulls me over, I'm going to hit on him because I'm super just pathetic, right? I have no other excuse. And if it's a girl, I lose. If it's a black lady, I'm fucked because my sister's black and black women scare me.
Dude, I was gonna say it, but you said it, so no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, anyway, oh god,
I've watched enough black stand-up comedy.
That's on Reddit tomorrow. This coon thinks
that's
we're
not a cool
scary.
thing. That's fucking dude. That sucks shit, man. If you're a black woman, you're hated by like every fucking demographic in the U.S.
I don't hate them. I'm just, don't get mad at me. Like, my mom is black, you know?
Sure.
Like,
no, I'm just saying, like, you know, like that's some shit though, right? Because if you're a white guy, like, how many white guys, like, you hear all the time, like, where it's like, oh, I just don't like black chicks, right? And if you're a black guy, right, the way that you tell all your friends that you're successful is to get with a white chick, right? So it's like, I don't know, dude, that sucks shit, man. Oof.
No, yeah, no, I mean, it definitely sucks to be typecast that hard all the time. Like, I get it. I mean, that's the worst. And I think that I've definitely done it to myself too, is where you play into these stereotypes, and at first you find it fun because it's your comfortable space and it's who you are, and then it becomes your niche, and you realize so quickly, like, oh wait, like this isn't what I want. This isn't what my brand is. And man, I don't really know how to fix that. There's just so many issues, but I am going to go drink alcohol. I want to thank you for having this talk with me. I know that I'm learning how to better convey myself. It's been very hard. I already told you why. And I think this was really good. But before I go, I want to put a pin in the Jontron thing. I'm going to just finish that right now. Or at least try to, as the last discussion topic. Hopefully your audience, you guys will forgive me for dragging this on for a bit. So I think when it comes to discrimination, it's relatively ignorant to say that it doesn't exist at all. I think that some discrimination might be over-exaggerated, but that would still bring it into existence. I think that John is upset, but for a different reason than what you said. I think John's upset because recently, especially, everything he's been saying about politics has been written off because he's like a quote white male, and he has all these white privileges. And
he also says a lot of really dumb shit.
Oh, okay. I know we're getting there, right?
Sorry, I know.
It's a process.
Yeah.
But okay, so how much of it do you think is John just being very frustrated and angry that he's being written off no matter what for just being a white male? Do you think that exists somewhere in a space?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you saw this when you messaged me, right? I was getting a ton of black people tweeting at me because of that. What I was talking about, like one clip got taken out, and I have literal like black people, like this dude from Twitch with like 20,000 followers, like DMing me, like, dude, why are you fucking racist piece of shit? It's like, the fuck, I was just talking about voter ID laws in North Carolina. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it happens, dude. Yeah.
They gave me that video, and I was like, I mean, this was before we were even like talking at all, and I was like, okay, I don't think Destiny, I don't think that he's this is out of context.
Yeah, dude, I wasn't about to go full Jontron, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Look, he's still almost my husband. Actually, Richard Lewis really is my husband, but that's later.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I guess I'm asking, like, I also just don't think that he's stupid. I think that he's intelligent. He might be bad on the spot. I don't know. But I just, maybe it's my ignorance and maybe it's my bias. I don't want to believe that he's stupid. I want to believe that what he's saying stems from frustration.
Oh my God!
Oh,
one more really
you
good
have
thing.
more?
One more really good thing. He said that
Oh,
when
no.
we were talking about crime, I was talking
Oh,
about
no, no.
because it was with the black kids, and I was like,
Oh,
there are
God.
reasons people come here. And he said, and Jontron goes, "Did you know that wealthy black people commit crime more than poor white people?"
Oh no.
And I was like,
Say
well, I didn't even have a stat for it because I've never heard. So I was like,
not-
no, what?
That's
and he,
not what
and
was
he said,
said.
and he said, it's a fact. Look it up. I think that's on
No.
live stream fails right now.
No.
But I'll
No.
let you sift through that. Okay, maybe he misspoke a lot.
No, did he? Were you saving that in your back pocket?
What?
To
Oh
just-
no, I didn't even remember.
Oh.
Oh wait, here you go. This might be it.
Oh,
So
you have a link.
to-
Oh God. No,
Let me listen.
Bear.
Maybe it wasn't that bad. Hold
Yeah,
on,
let
let me
me-
listen.
Wealthy whites, yes.
Sure.
To wealthy whites, yes.
Sure.
You're correct.
Okay, so do you think that poor blacks
Bear.
probably commit more crime relative to wealthier black people?
They do. Wealthy blacks also commit more crime
Oh.
than poor whites. That's a fact.
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, look it up.
Oh no.
Give me a sec, I gotta
No.
go.
He doesn't.
So does he
That's
think that like
different.
Obama is like out at night,
No.
like robbing 7-Elevens with Michelle now?
No.
Or like
this-
Will Smith is taking Jaden and they're out fucking like setting fire to some fucking dude's house?
No. He didn't say. He said look it up. No. He's.
That's a fact.
Oh.
All right, listen, dude. Go if you want to drink whatever. I'm gonna hold you from here.
No. I mean, I don't like. No. I'm actually really sad. I don't. No.
It's fucked
No.
up, dude. But
Let me-
people buy
wait,
into
let me
these
finish the
narratives,
clip.
dude. It's
Let me
fucked.
finish the clip because I didn't finish the clip, so there might be more. Let me hold on.
Okay.
Listen. You're saying, do you think poor blacks? Okay. Wealthy black. Oh. Then poor whites. That's a fact. Your face. He said, "Look it up," and he laughed. Okay. There's drinking water. There's more to this though. There's like 8 seconds left.
I couldn't go on. I stopped that line. I couldn't do it, dude. I had to drop that line of thought.
Oh, there was no more. Did you ever find it?
Find what?
Did you find what he said? You looked it up? He said look it up. Did you look it up?
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Well, I mean, there's an article about how poor white kids are less likely to go to prison than rich black kids. But that doesn't have to do with committing crimes. That has to do with incarceration. That kind of backs up my point that there's discrimination in the penal system. Yeah, but he doesn't believe that because there's no oppression anywhere.
Okay. I'm not equipped for this anymore. Oh, I just got You just took everything. Like, you took my sword and shield and my thirst, and I don't even know. I come to you in defeat. I mean, I'm not that smart. I can't fight this. Am I dumb?
Well,
am I
are you
not
dumb for
thinking-
not being able to defend like blatantly racist statements, or? I mean, I don't know how you would defend it.
No, I mean, but you people can't think that, right?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
you
you
can't-
can because you're given a narrative, right? Black people are just people that are more, you guys are just violent, I guess. Maybe it's the brain
But
shape
that's
or
not.
whatever.
But we're not. But that's not a true inherently black people. We're not born more
Maybe
violent.
you are, dude. I don't know, man. Ask Jontron.
Oh, I'm getting bodied. I'm actually getting.
I don't
bodied.
know, man. Sometimes I wonder, dude, because he kept saying like, well, look at Africa.
Oh no.
Yep.
No. I don't.
Every time I would try to like nail him down on an issue in the United States, like, okay, well, like leading indicators of crime are being born to single parent households. These are really bad. And he's like, okay, well, why does this happen in Africa then? It's like, fuck, dude, that's a whole different fucking continent with a whole different mess of problems. Like, we're not talking about that. He's like, well, black people seem to have the same problems in Africa and the United States. So what's going on? I was like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh, come on. Let me be real. Like, yeah, there we go, dude.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Don't like. I no longer like this. I don't know what I feel, but I don't like it, and I don't want him to think these things, even if he does right now. I don't like it. Okay, well, I'm gonna go drink, and I'm gonna just pretend this didn't happen. The end of it, because this is out of control.
Well, good luck, dude.
Okay,
Have
well,
fun.
yeah, dude. Thanks, dude.
Thanks for the
Thanks
combo,
for
buddy.
this talk. Thanks for helping me flesh out my thoughts. Sorry, I told you this is hard. But thank you for all this. Yeah, I'll be back maybe like tomorrow or next week to you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just go drink. I'm gonna go figure this out. I'll talk to you later, dude.
Good luck, buddy. Try not to hurt
See
anybody
ya.
on your way there. Okay.
Oh my God, no.
Shit, dude. Can I go to bed, man? It's fucking 4:20. I ruined my sleep schedule yesterday. I shouldn't have done it. I need to go to sleep like really soon. And now that Mr. Matuker retard is fucking tweeting and all of his fucking fans are out here. Oh god, dude, fuck my shit. I can't handle this many people at one night. It's too much for me, dude. It was worth it. You got Diamond 5. I did it. I did do it. We lost. Oh, Diana's here. How many times did we lose that series? We lost it like 3 times. These are a 5-game series too, and I think every series was lost going 2 and 3. We lost 2 of them going 2 and 3, and then we finally on the last one won it going 3 and 2. Fuck me. I can see why people have trouble debating you. You're a turbo artist who sets up dumb hoops for people to jump through. People keep saying that when I'm talking to people, I'm trying to like turbo debate them down. I feel like the majority of my conversations, and I guess tell me if you think I'm wrong, I feel like the majority of my debates with people is usually me asking them questions to try to feel like I understand what they're saying, right? And usually people, what I've noticed when I'm talking to Trumples is, no offense to you guys, but you usually hang yourselves by your own words. Like, most of my conversation is just asking you to clarify what you mean. Like, what do you mean by this? Well, what do you mean by that? Well, what about this? Well, how about that? Like, very rarely, I think in my conversation, very rarely am I shoving my agenda down somebody's throat, or I'm telling you, like, immigrants do not commit more crime, blah. Usually I'm asking, like, well, if you think this, then why is this? Or if you think that, then why is that? Why is this? Why is this, right? If you're the one that has trouble coming up with, like, any answer to anything, that's on you, dog. That's not on me. Like, I can't help you there. Like, would I ask, like, how many times did I ask Jontron, like, why is it so bad if white people become the minority? And he keeps saying, like, oh, you're hopping around. He could never answer that question, right? He never really had, like, he kind of would go off into, like, tribalism, which we kind of, you know, like, kind of proved wasn't maybe as important as he said it was, but, like... I think the not being on home turf aspects of the debate often screws with people. Yeah, it's possible too. Like, if you're talking to me, I understand that, like, especially because, like, and not to, like, jerk myself off, like, I have these fucking discussions a lot, okay? And I'm at this point now in my life, I'm familiar with a lot of fucking facts and figures about multiple countries around the world, in terms of, you know, like, fucking immigrants being predisposed to crime in Germany. It's not necessarily true for Syrians. It's definitely true for people coming from Northern Africa, right? Like, I'm familiar with a lot of different facts and figures from a lot of, like, just because I've had this conversation so many times. So I understand that I can be pretty intimidating. But, like, I'm pretty nice, and I usually don't hammer down, like, facts and figures. Like, it's very rare. I'll only start to do that if people are trying to get away with making a generalization, right? When Jontron is saying is like, immigrants are crime, blah blah blah, and the other says, well, that's not technically true. I've never seen most of what I've read, immigration, crime, United States. I mean, we can go, you know, like, dig again. Most of what I've read, has said things that, like, immigration is not correlated with crime in the United States. Maybe with certain groups of people it is, but like, I mean, I've never really seen. Several studies over many years have concluded that immigrants are less likely to commit crimes than people born in the United States. Like, I don't know if I buy less likely just because that seems a little bit biased, maybe, but, like, I don't know. Like, this is from the fucking Cato Institute. Holy shit, these guys are right, conservative as fuck. What? So, I mean, like, if you have different facts and figures that you can pull off of a website that doesn't start with Breitbart or the Daily Wire or any shit site owned by Ben Shapiro or something, then, like, yeah, feel free to show me wrong stats. Or I'm sorry, feel free to show me different stats. But I'm not going to let somebody get away with a generality that I know is factually incorrect to support an argument, right? But, yeah, I don't know. Destiny, it's because these people come in with an A because C argument, and when you attack B, they don't know how to justify A. Yeah, I agree with that. Typically, people have a lot of half-baked ideas. So they'll come in with, like, immigration is bad because it destroys the economy, and we want to have a good economy for the United States. And it's like, well, that's not true. There is no economic argument against immigration. That actually doesn't make sense at all. And they're like, oh, and then they have to find other reasons why immigration is bad. Otherwise, their entire argument falls apart, you know? Destiny, well, one point of your comment on Christianity was factually wrong. The New Testament actually does not encourage circumcision like Judaism or Islam. Oh, maybe it doesn't, but in the Western world, or at least in the United States, Christians are the big dudes on circumcision. I don't think there's anything in the New Testament about circumcision. I could be wrong. I don't remember reading anything about it when I was in fucking Catholic school, but... Or websites like Vox, Huffington Post, New York Times, or The Guardian. Those sites are not on the same level as Breitbart. I'm sorry, but Breitbart does not go on the level of Vox or even Slate or even BuzzFeed. I'm sorry, but these sites exist in a lesser domain. Breitbart is literal. Like, if Breitbart was erased from existence, you would lose nothing of value. They contribute nothing of value. A lot of the articles are just factually misleading. Will contain blatant, like, factual errors. It's not a good site. There's nothing of value. Like, you can read certain publications and acknowledge there's a bit of bias in their publishing, but there's nothing of value that comes from Breitbart or like the Daily Wire or whatever. There's just nothing there of value. Who are those Christians in the United States? What's the name of those Christians? I don't know. What do you hold on. Religious hold on. Christians, circumcision, United States. I guess I could be wrong. I don't know. Let's look it up. Christian parents and the circumcision issue. Religious male circumcision. United States. Among primarily Christian countries, both religious and non-religious circumcision is common. Circumcision is near universal among Christian countries of Oceania and North and West Africa. It is also practiced among Christians from Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine. Circumcision is rare in the Christian countries of Europe and South America, but for some reason the United States still does it. Why? Oh, this guy is a Christian dude who's saying that. Oh, but he's not a Christian dude. Fuck. Circumcision rates vary widely in the United States. It's literally Jews. I'm not even memeing. Isn't it like 60% of Americans are circumcised? I don't think we have that many Jews, do we? Am I going to see a picture of like a baby dick pop up or something? Oh, here, how about this? Circumcision by state, United States. Jesus was circumcised. Jesus was a Jew. Looking pretty red in the South here. I don't know. No data. What the fuck does no data mean? Destiny, let's completely ignore stats we don't like simply because of the source and not bother explaining why those stats are good or bad. It's not like that's a common fallacy or anything. That's... Okay, so... Let's look up a Breitbart article on global warming, okay? Breitbart global warming. Global temperatures plunge. Icy silence from climate alarmists. Global land temperatures have plummeted by 1 degree Celsius since the middle of this year, the biggest and steepest fall on record. But the news has been greeted with an eerie silence by the world's alarmist community. You'd almost imagine that when temperatures shoot up, it's catastrophic climate change, which require dramatic headlines across the mainstream media and demands for urgent action. But when they fall even more precipitously, it's just a case of nothing to see here. The cause of the fall is a La Nina event following in the wake of an unusually strong El Nino. So, like, articles like these don't offer any value, okay? I mean, we can read the rest if we want. Yes, indeed. I recommend the sober assessment of the situation written earlier this month by Dr. David Whitehouse, science editor of the Global Warming Policy Foundation. First of all, when people talk about global climate change, they're not talking about the weather getting unusually hotter for half a year. They're typically talking about long periods of time, right? We're not worried about climate change because for 6 months the temperature got warmer. It's because of a very sharp trend we've noticed that there's been occurring at an accelerated rate over the past 2 decades. Perhaps I'm wrong. I don't actually look at BuzzFeed, except when they're doing something worthwhile, like 5 Deadliest Killer Sharks. It resulted in a slew of hottest year ever stories from the usual suspect, as I patiently explained at the time, here, and here. This wasn't science, but propaganda. If you're a reader of Breitbart or one of the skeptical websites, this will hardly come as news to you. But of course, across much of the mainstream media, and of course on all the left-leaning sites, these hottest year ever stories were relayed as fact, and inevitably were often cited by a host of experts on Twitter as proof that evil deniers are, like, anti-science and totally evil, and really should be thrown in prisons for sacrificing the future of the world's children by promoting big oil-funded denialism. So does this guy think that, like, everybody that, like, works for NASA and shit is also, like, bought off? Like... I mean, climate change is a really good thing to look up. The Weather Channel calls out Breitbart for climate change skepticism. If you want to see, like, why sites like these are not worth reading. Yeah, I can link a completely random, unrelated CNN, Vox, New York Times story that is complete bullshit and proven to claim every single thing on CNN is wrong too. That proves nothing. If you have a problem with any particular source story, then explain. Okay, Stravo511. Can you link me stories from any of those 3 sites, CNN, Vox, or New York Times, that engages in science denialism? Stravos11 in my chat. If you can link me sites, then do it. I will very gladly read them and acknowledge what you're saying. If you can link me multiple, I'll say 2 stories from either CNN, Vox, or the New York Times, okay, that are blatantly, factually, scientifically wrong, then I'll acknowledge your point. Go ahead. I'll give you however long you've got to do it. You don't even have I can think of some pretty bad bias shown by different publications. The worst one that I can think of by CNN is the not really misquoting, but this cut from CNN is really
Family
bad.
and friends holding a vigil marked by prayers.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
With his sister calling for peace.
Don't bring the violence here and the ignorance here.
Milwaukee police
They cut that voice off there, but what she said immediately after was take that shit to the suburbs, right? Which sounds pretty bad. Like it. I wouldn't want that bitch on my fucking news station, right? I wouldn't have that shit here. But I mean, they cut it off there. Like, I mean, that kind of shit definitely happens. I won't deny that happens. I think that it's important to get your news from a variety of sources because that kind of stuff can happen. But this is the argument that I'm making. There is a level of difference between these kind of like half quotes and bias versus like full on factual inaccuracy, right? There's like a difference in what's going on here, right? Change your thing so that it's not so bright. There you go, buddy. How about the CNN anchor saying, remember, it's illegal to read WikiLeaks email? That's your example? Because they posted a retraction on that, like, I want to say within hours, didn't they? Hold on. No, fuck. Let me see if I can find this. I remember reading it on CNN, where they posted that the statement was incorrect. Do retractions make it okay? Retractions lend an air of credibility to what you're saying, right? If you care enough about your journalistic reputation that if you publish something factually incorrect, you'll retract it, yeah, that means something. Obviously, you should try your best not to post anything wrong or stupid initially, but yeah, a retraction does mean something. You're not going to find retractions on Breitbart, okay? Like, I've gone through multiple Breitbart articles in the past that are full of just pure factual inaccuracy or fantasy or delusion. You're never going to find a retraction posted on a fucking propaganda site. Like, yeah, Destiny, simple test. Have these cucks put link a single Breitbart retraction. Retractions are important. Yeah, and here you have the Washington Post, which is a cuck SJW liberal fucking site that is that's posting saying that CNN is wrong. I mean, maybe they just never get anything wrong. Maybe. Maybe, dude. What do you think of the Philip DeFranco show? I don't know. I've never really listened to anything from him before. Oh, maybe Breitbart does do retractions. I guess when they totally invent a story, they do a retraction. Breitbart issues correction after publishing false story about conservative rival. Breitbart wrote a front-page story Monday accusing the founder of fellow conservative website The Washington Free Beacon of making comments that were actually made by someone else entirely. Nice fucking meme. Destiny, please disprove this. Disprove what? Selby Smash. Have you seen any videos by Andrew Breitbart? I liked him much better than I liked the site today. No, I don't know, dude. That site seems like it hardcore just pushes a narrative. If you give me a day to sift through CNN garbage, yeah, I can find out plenty of shit. The ones I can think of off the top of my head are the calling for peace thing, the it's illegal to read WikiLeaks, Trump wanted to remove MLK bust from White House, and all the completely baseless Russia crap. If you want specifics, I can't just come up with 10 of them in 5 minutes. I don't keep a list, for fuck's sake. Yeah, but like, let's look at what you're bringing up now, right? I admit that the calling for peace thing was a pretty bad cut there. I admit that. I don't think it's on the level of publishing lies, but I admit that was pretty bad. It's illegal to read WikiLeaks. They did a retraction very quickly after that. Trump wanted to remove the MLK bus from the White House. There also was a Twitter retraction of that within, I think, an hour, wasn't there? I think one of like, wasn't it like a CNN reporter tweeted that somebody wanted to remove something, and then that got settled within like an hour or two? That was like a really quick thing. Like, I'm talking like full-on levels, like articles worth of science denialism. Like, can you not? My problem is that, like, I follow the news, like, fairly closely, or at least I have over the past 6 months. Like, I feel like if you're going to come and say that, like, all these sources provide, like, absolutely debunked fake shit, like, you should have, like, some better examples than small things that were retracted very quickly. Like, it wasn't even a CNN journalist that did that MLK meme. Was it? I thought it was. It might not have even been, but... if they have to retract shit so often, why are they credible? CNN doesn't retract shit that often. It's, but I mean, it's, yeah, they put out a fuck ton of news. When did CNN issue the retract? I don't fucking remember, dude. Maybe it was a fucking video. I know I either saw this or read this, because I remember it. It's filed in my brain. But I'm not going to be able to find it. Somebody can find it in chat, dude. Oh, it was from a Time reporter over the incorrect MLK Jr. bus tweet. Oh, look, Spicer even accepted the dude's apology.
Please look at the most upvoted comment on Jontron's latest tweet. Is it real?
Wait, what? At the most upvoted comment on Jontron's latest tweet. How do you upvote comments on a tweet? Is today Sunday or Monday? God damn it, it's Monday, dude. Monday mail is coming tomorrow. Fuck this. Tuesday mail, boys. I think he means this. I thought you did great. Destiny couldn't keep to a point. Oh, nice. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm going to sleep. Destiny, do we accept / believe that white people will be a minority in a few upgrades? Does this not seem a bit irresponsible? What if after they become a minority, they start champing out? What? Destiny, do you think this is bad?
That America already is great, but we are great because we are good.
America's great. All right, so I want to ask you, what was it about Hillary Clinton's argument that resonated with you following Donald Trump's defense of the video?
She stated that America is already great, and I tend to agree with that. Though we are slow in progressing in a number of areas,
I don't think that, like, the little video clips like these don't really prove anything. I don't know if she's, like, reading her, like, the last of what was said because they cut the video off, or if she's reminding her of what she said for I don't buy into this. I feel like you have to be in a very dangerous mindset to believe stuff like this. Like, do you really think that CNN is going to coach answers from a group of like 20 people here, and not a single one of these people will ever leak any of this info anonymously to any other like news organization that no one else will find? Like, I don't know if I don't these clips, I mean, I don't really say much. I mean, like, I feel like if you believe in stuff like this, like, you're the same kind of person that believes that, like, CNN intentionally cut Bernie's mic when he said fake news. Like, it sounded like she was repeating what Hillary's quote was. Yeah. Why not pay actors from the get-go? Yeah, like, if you were gonna rig news, like, you could do it in so many easier ways. This was another one that a lot of the alt-right Trumples... Fuck, can I find this? What was it not? It was CNN, right? Oh, like this right here?
I don't feel like this was a fair election because it looks like Donald Trump won fair and square. How did he win fair and square? Hillary had more votes, more human beings. I told you, one vote. I feel his passion. There's other people out here who feel Chicago police moved in. Like I said, Don, as you see, he doesn't win.
Yeah, that's John Gerkovic. He actually went to Africa with me as a cameraman. But anyway,
so like, I think Trump will try to say that like this was a staged reaction. Like, why? First of all, there were people that were legitimately outraged that Trump was elected president. Why would you have to stage that reaction? Secondly, if they were staging it, why would they use a cameraman that somebody might recognize, or even like, why use a cameraman at all? Why not just pay another actor? Thirdly, if it was staged, why wouldn't they fill in the anchor so that he doesn't blow the cover? Like, I feel like when people start to get into this shit, they're like starting to reach a lot. Like, I mean, obviously he's a camera work from it. He probably had a strong opinion. Maybe he was in the area. Maybe he knew this reporter or whatever, so he could get on camera. Like, I don't know. That seems like... I don't think it's staged. So many people in Seattle. Yeah, like, the fact that, like, Trumples would even go is, like, they got an actor to say this. Like, do you really... There are people that, like, would fucking want to kill Donald Trump in America. Like, do you think they had to, like, pay somebody to give a bad opinion about Donald Trump? Like, what the fuck? Like, you could find any comment about either side. People saying bad things about Trump or Hillary, like, on either side. Like, what? But, okay. They're the same people that believe in Pizzagate? Yeah. I'll be back 1 second. All right. Are we good? Can I go to sleep? Do you think you would ever debate Milo or Ben Shapiro? I think it would be interesting. If either of them wanted to. I don't think I could say anything to Milo that hasn't already been said to him. He seems impervious, although everybody on that side of the political spectrum seems impervious. Ben Shapiro would be interesting just because he can talk well, but damn, dude. I don't know. All right. I love you guys. It's been fun. Stay safe. Ripperino, cappuccino, puppuccino. Peace out, guys.